Then Kenyatta died, Moi took over, Moi did his thing, and then he changed the constitution, took it back to single party state. Why? Because of his own personal benefit. His own personal benefit. And then there was a lot of agitation for multi-partyism and all these things. Everybody who was involved in all those things, everybody who was involved in that process, let me not say everybody because that would mean 100%. Most people, a majority of people, especially those people who were at that level, that high level, the Kiraitus, the Orengos, the Railas, the Matibas, the Shikukus, all all of them wanted a piece of this pie. They were not doing this for your benefit and my benefit. They were doing it ultimately for their benefit. The way I said, and that's why I started with the Mau Mau. What they did was um, selfish. I just want mine. I just want mine. And then because there were enough of them who wanted theirs, and then there were also other communities which also wanted theirs to get theirs back. Now, collectively, it became a fight for independence. But nobody came into this fighting for independence. No politician came into let's fight for multipartyism because they did not want power. And to prove my point is immediately multi-party politics was reinstated. What happened? All of them ran for presidency. All these top people, the Kibakis, the Railas, the Shikukus, the Matibas, all of them ran for presidency. Nobody said, you know what? I was fighting for this. Imefika, let me retire. My battle is done. Asanteni sana. Now, guys, please, this is your space. Go take it up. No, all of them. And it was consistent until some of them were disabled to the point where they cannot do it anymore, thanks to the Nyayo House torture chambers, and thanks to M1's political ideology and how he did his thing. Some of them, uh, they were put through a lot of things, a lot of hardships, not because they were fighting for you and I, but because they were fighting for themselves. Now, what they were doing improved our democratic space. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. What they were doing improved our democratic space. Okay, it brought back multi-party politics. So I don't know about improvement, but let me just say that we have an illusion of having choice. Okay, so we have an illusion of having choice. But what they did for their own benefit. They wanted their, we want to open up this space so that I can also sit on that chair. Not like we want to open this space so that other people can sit on that chair. I don't care. I don't want that chair. I just think that it is important that, people just come and that's what I'm not saying it is wrong, that what they did was wrong. So now people will just come here because they'll hear what they want to hear. I did not say it was wrong. I just said let us stop pushing this narrative that these people were fighting for us. No, they were fighting for themselves. It's just that what they were fighting for, so that they can have benefited the rest of us. That's it. That's the only thing I'm saying. So don't come and start singing these tributes to Jomo Kenyatta vile alikuwa shujaa wa sijui wa nini. Don't come here start singing songs to Raila the way he's sijui the king or the father of democracy sijui nini. All these things were as a result of selfish pursuits which benefited Kenya. We benefited immensely, we benefited sana, and we thank all these people, especially those people who went after Moi. We thank you. Your selfishness is what is making us enjoy the freedoms we have today. So if we encourage people of means to have that kind of selfishness, be selfish, put your effort, put your life in the line, and go and fight all these things. Okay? But let us not lie that you're fighting for us. You're fighting for you, just that we are also benefiting from whatever umeenda kupata. So it's not about us. Because if it was about us and about Kenyans, hawa watu hawange kubali kukuwa tortured. Nyayo House hawange kubali. Because of Kenyans, who are Kenyans? But because I want this seat, I want this pregnancy, you do what you want to do to me. Because I know someday I will sit kwa hiyo kiti of power. Look at what the Kenyatas have done to us mpaka sahi. The way they have just fucked up everything. Yote nimesema itapatia watu wengi bail. But if we are honest, if you are honest enough and say, you know what, let us think critically about this. Huyu mtu ile vita anapigana ni yake ama ni yetu? Ni yake alafu inatu benefit ama anapigana juu yetu? Because if you are going to fight for all of us, if you are going to fight for Kenya, you don't care whether you get power or not. Right? If you're going to fight for Kenya and Kenyans, you don't care whether you get power or not. But if you're fighting for you, then of course you care whether you get power or not. We are thankful that in most cases, hizi vita watu wanapigana, we are unlikely beneficiaries. Ni ile yenye mnasemaga aje kufanya hizi experiments, unforeseen. Like even see what tuko kwa CSO, when you're running projects, you have these goals, but then there are other goals which you did not plan. But because of your project and what it was doing, there were other benefits which were not part of what you had planned to get. And it is okay. I'm not saying that people should not fight for what they want. I'm not saying that it is bad to be selfish. In fact, I want Kenyans to start being selfish. Each and every one of us has to be selfish because that's the only way we benefit. Right now, tuko na Ruto ndiye ameshika hii kiti. So you have to be selfish and ask ourselves, hii serikali ya Ruto itanibenefitaje mimi as an individual? Wachana na Wakenya. Wakenya is who? Wakenya ni nani? Who is Wakenya? If you just stood here and said Wakenya, kuja Wakenya, nobody will show up. But come here and call my name, I will come. You have to start being selfish. Just say mimi honestly, mimi nataka kuona venye serikali yako inanibenefit. Don't tell me about vile watu wa Mandera wana benefit, vile watu wa Nyeri wana benefit. Hiyo ni wao. Hiyo ni yao. Mimi siko Mandera, siko Nyeri. Siniambie vile watu wa Githurai wana benefit. Watu wa Githurai ni nani? Mimi ni mkazi wa Githurai lakini mimi ni individual. Okay, I know that ni impossible kila mtu kubenefit. But kwa nini kila mtu asitafute hii benefit? Ende ambie serikali, no, mimi hizi vitu mnashinda mkisema, okay, mnatengeneza barabara. Hiyo barabara inanibenefitaje mimi? Sawa, mmesema shule ni free. Inanibenefitaje mimi? Mmesema mnapea wamama loans. Do I look like a mumama? Mimi na benefitaje? Unapatia vijana loans. Mimi unakaa kijana. Mimi na benefitaje? Sawa, vijana okay, wamebenefit. Wamama wamebenefit. Wale watu wako na magari na mikokoteni na boda wamebenefit. Mimi na benefitaje? That is the way to move forward. Sawa? That is the only way tutasonga. by being selfish. You have to be selfish.